We live in a busy world where we are living life almost on a Ferris wheel. And the world is throwing things at us at a pace where nobody could realistically keep up. And as we deal with H.A.L.T, we've been dealing with, making better decisions, learn how to halt when you're hungry, when you're angry, when you're lonely, and when you're tired. And today we're going to deal with tired. And tired can be as lethal as a bullet. Scientists and physicians and all of those people have done research showing the dangerous effects of operating while tired. And we got to understand that tiredness most of the time is a self-inflicted wound because we elevate ourselves to a level of importance that we think that if we don't do it, it won't get done. And whether we are a parent or a pastor or a manager or a business owner, we have to learn how to halt because the world will go on if something happens to us. And God has placed people around us that we can delegate. We have to learn to combat tiredness. We have to learn how to delegate. And we say, well, who will I delegate to? And you would be surprised in your home, in your business, in your church, who would step up if you would step back. And I've learned, I'm trying to give away things in my life because I had that self-important mentality that I had to go and do. And what I've learned is if I learn how to halt, if I learn that no is an answer, if I learn that I can sit this one out, I'm not talking about being lazy. I'm talking about when you're on that rat wheel in life, that hamster wheel in life, that it's okay to step off sometimes. In fact, God baked it into his command in the very beginning when he created us and the earth. He demanded that every 7 days we take a Sabbath. That word Sabbath, we've made everything so holy that we've lost the point. And the point of the Sabbath is to rest, to recover, to restore. Just rest. That's what Sabbath means. And so we run through life trying to fulfill all of the demands that we put on ourselves, as well as all of the demands that other people put on us. And we get to that place where we're operating, we're exhausted, we are tired, and we're trying to keep up a good front. And we don't want anybody to know how tired we really are because, of course, if we don't do it, it won't get done. That is one of the biggest lies that the enemy will tell you. Listen, let something happen to you today. Your family, they will coalesce around each other or someone else will come in and take your place. Just being real. Your church, let something happen to you. Somebody else will pastor that church. Let something happen to you. Your job, that, the application for your position will probably be in the same newspaper as your obituary. You got to understand that the world will go on if something happened to you. But why wait to that moment? Why wait to that extent? Why not learn to pull back, to relax sometimes, and say, God, you designed me not to be so stretched thin, but to learn how to recuperate, to take a Sabbath. At my church, I don't browbeat people, to be at everything every time. If it's a family event that comes up or something, you just wore out. You can't be wore out every week, but I'm talking about, every now and then, take your day. Take your mental health day and relax. Take a mental health day, spend it with your family, because God intended for us to be rested, to halt when we're tired and recuperate. And in Exodus chapter 34, verse 21, this is what God says. He says, 6 days you shall labor, but on the seventh day you shall rest. Even during the plowing season and harvest, you must rest. And listen, I know life is busy, and I know that sometimes taking a time out seems like the worst idea in the world, because if you take that time out, it's only going to mean that you're going to have to work double hard when you go time in. But God is way more knowledgeable about us than we are. And he thought it was a great idea that every 7 days, and 7 is the number of completion, every completion, every cycle, you need to take some time to rest. We live in a country where people don't even take the vacation days that they have. Why? Because they think, if I miss this time, if I miss that time, somebody will get ahead of me, or they'll think I'm not serious about work. Listen, learn how to relax. Notice what God says, even in the plowing season and the harvest season. Listen, we're out here plowing. What is plowing? Plowing means you turning the soil. You're getting ready for the crop. You're preparing for something. You want the increase. But God says, even while you're plowing, even while you out here hustling, as they say now, even when you're on your grind, you better rest. And he said, and even in the harvest season, you know, what is the harvest season? That means things are ripe and ready to be picked. God said, when the fruit of your labor is literally hanging on the vine, you still better learn how to rest, because tiredness is a dangerous thing. So halt when you're tired, and just take a deep breath, learn how to relax, and God will bless you real, real good.